Welcome everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cannibal Hair and we're just going to do a little bit of how I use my settings in OBS Studio, and we're just going to get the quick setup right away. So we're going to go into settings here in the bottom right hand corner. We're going to open this tab. We're going to switch this theme from default to dark. So this is what the default looks like. We're going to switch it to the dark right away. Just a little bit easier on the eyes. And stream settings we haven't really played around with. Output settings, we've played around with a little bit of the output settings in the streaming, but right away you want to go from the simple up here. Usually we could change it from simple to advanced. I don't know why we can't switch it, but usually we can. But our settings here, we have the regular folder for our recording path. We've changed it from FLV to the MP4, and we have 4 audio tracks. The reason for that, I have 4 audio tracks, is that the first audio track is all my audio tracks all on that one channel. So I have my mic, my speakers, and my headset all on channel 1, and channel 2 is just my mic, channel 3 is just my headphones, and channel 4 is just, or track 4 I should say, not channel, track 4 is just my regular speakers. I am using the 264 encoder. I don't know why we can't change that either, and we haven't touched the rescale output as well, but we've changed the CBR, which means constant bitrate, which you kind of want to use that because it's constant bitrate. You always get that constant crisp image, and the bitrate size is how big you want your video and how much video quality do you want. A lot of people like to run on 4000, 5500. I've raised it up to 6000 just to get a nice little crisp look to it. Other than that, supposedly for the 1080p 60 frames per second, you want to boost it up to 40,000. So that's a big number, but it leaves you with a big file, which I don't like to use because it takes forever to upload. Other than that, the keyframe intervals, we have that at 2 because the standard for uploading to YouTube is 2 keyframes. They'll, even if you have it at 0, they'll automatically keyframe it to 2 when you do upload. On the CPU usage, we got it set to ultra fast. Higher equals less CPU, so we're trying to use less CPU as much as possible. We have a profile on high instead of main or baseline. I can't remember what the default was, but we have it on high. Everything else we haven't touched. Other than that, our audio, we have it set at 320. The reason why we can't, I just remembered why, the reason why we can't change none of these settings is because we are in record mode. So a lot of these are grayed out for me, but they won't be for you. Other than that, we go into our audio. Right here, you want to set up your desktop audio device, which we have default, which are our speakers. We have our desktop audio device 2, which are our speakers headset, and then our mic. Other than that, we didn't touch anything else. In our video, we made sure that our base canvas and our output canvas was both 1080. Our common FPS values were 30 because they're really, our games run about 40. So even if I put it at 60, I'll never end up getting the 60. So 30 is going to guarantee me a nice steady frame rate and steady video without no gibbers and jabbers. Other than that, we set up our hotkeys as well. And we put our process priority up to high because on the normal we were getting a little warning here, encoder overloaded. So with this being set on high, we don't get that anymore. That's another helpful tip for you guys out there. We're just going to make sure we click apply and make sure all our settings are back to where they're supposed to be. And yes, they are. Other than that, once you get all that done, you're going to want to add one of your scenes. So we've already have 3 here. But let's say we want to add another scene. We would click the add button and we name our scene. Let's say we name it CH Gaming logo left side. And then your sources tab here will be empty. So whatever you add in sources will be for that scene. So I can actually change different scenes here, as you can see, and it'll move different things. My intro is not set up properly. I just realized that. But other than that, after you want to add a source. So we're back to the sources now. So you could add a video capture device, which is your camera. You could add some scripture, which I have over here, which is just another picture that's been modified. And we got some bubbles, which is a part of our logo as well. So everything on the top here will show first, and everything on the bottom will show behind all that. So we actually have our logo, we have our rabbit bubble and everything. We want that to show in front of our screen, so we have that at the top priority to show first. Other than that, we have our, what is it, display capture, which is displaying or capturing our display here. We have a gaming background. So once you have those all set to the way you're liking, you could add here. We could go to display capture, audio output, audio input if you want to set up a dedicated actual source for either a mic or headphones. But we've already done it through the settings tab here. I'll show you what these desktop audio device 2, and mic. Once you have those set, instead of having them disabled, because we have something actually selected, they're actually showing up in our mixer here. So once you have them set up in your mixer, what you want to do is go into advanced audio properties, and this is where you could set our tracks. See how you have your tracks here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, and you could select each one. This goes along with the settings tab in this one here. So when I showed you the recording tab where this check, this check, this check, and this check are checked, that goes along with this. So like I was saying before, we have one with all our tracks. We have the mic, the headset audio, and the default audio, which are actually the speaker output headphone jack. We actually have them all on track 1. So when we replay our video, our media player is actually meant to play the first audio track there is. So when we want to hear or replay our video, we want to make sure that we're getting all the sounds that we've recorded out of that first track and we're playing it along. Other than that, if we go into an editing program, I like having the track 2 individually and the track 3 and 4 individually. So that way I can really customize my audio levels inside the editing software program. And that's it's very helpful when you want to maybe lower your decibels or raise your decibels in just maybe the mic or just the headset, instead of having to raise the one track, which would affect all 3. So other than that, you want to make sure that your audio levels are not too high. Like we have a decibel bar here. I'm not sure if that's a correct term, but you want to stay in the green and yellow area. You don't want to hit the red too much because it's really hard on the ears. A lot of people I read on forums like to stick to -6. So right now we're hitting the peak of -6, but ranging off on a low of -15 and kind of averaging out on a -10. I'm not too sure how you guys like my audio levels. You could let me know in the comment section. If I can make a couple tweaks to my own settings, maybe help a couple people out there too when they watch this video. They could refer back down to the comments, see if anything has changed. Other than that, adding some filters, that's another thing too. We're going to get into filters. So we have our mic filters here. We got a compressor, noise gate, gain, and noise suppression. So the compressor, what that does, that when you like scream out loud, you get excited, whatever, you go for that kill shot and you're like, oh yeah, maybe you get a little loud, a little anxious, and you scream out. Well, this is going to kind of give it that effect where if you go too loud, the computer is going to realize that you went too loud, and it's going to lower the decibels by so much when you get to that loudness. So really, I have it set up so that it lowers the levels by -27 decibels here. So that when I scream out or I go, hell yeah, it doesn't hurt my audience's ears from the unexpected volume gain. Other than that, we have the ratio. A lot of people like to change that up. I like to stay with the default 10:1. Other than that, some people talk about 40:1. What that does, it kind of makes you sound like a radio a little bit, and I don't want to kind of go for that. Other than that, the attack is how fast the microphone responds to your voice. So as soon as I make the first sound coming out of my voice, the microphone is going to turn on. So what it's saying, it's going to take 41 milliseconds before the mic actually picks up my voice. So if I have a little p in my voice, it's not going to pick it up before I actually say my P. So if I say P, it's not going to hear the p sound. So the release as well, like if I don't want to slur my S's or make kind of like a stuttering sound or something like that, the mic will output, or it would stop recording your voice so many seconds after. If you want to maybe like get a quick cut at the end of your voice, make your voice sound a little bit crisper, you're going to have that on a bit of the low end. If you want it kind of more laid back and you could kind of like relax your voice, you want that a little bit on the high end. So we got those two numbers at different ranges. We haven't played with the output gain to that at all yet. Other than that, we have our own separate filter for that. But other than that, we have our noise suppression, which will suppress any background noise that you have in the background. Like right now, I probably got a video playing in the background. I'm not sure if you guys could hear it, but that helps a lot. That takes the decibels, the extra decibels out of the air. And then we have the noise gate as well. So the noise gate, what that does is that it will open and close the mic at certain decibels. So if this is at negative 33, it won't pick up anything that's at negative 45, let's say. So we open at negative 30, so I have to talk louder than 30 decibels for the mic to be able to turn on. So that actually shuts off my mic and doesn't pick up any, maybe if the cat was scratching the cat post, you know, it wouldn't pick up that because it wasn't loud enough to pick up in the mic in the first place. So this is really a good cutoff for that. And you get, once again, you could do the attack and the hold time and the release time on the microphone itself. So you can actually tell the microphone, hold on, wait, you know, I want you to hold on, at least make sure that you record for 600 milliseconds after this guy's done talking. Other than that, we have a gain, because once you do the compressor, we noticed that it lowered our volume a little bit, and we have a separate gain here so that we could play with it from game to game or from different title of game, or depending on what we're doing, making tutorials or whatever. So other than that, we have all our filters on that. I also have another episode on side ducking and side ducking and or sidechain / ducking source. We have that all set up. So if you want to hit that up, I'll leave a link in the description down below. You guys could watch that video and see how that's set up as well. Other than that, I want to keep this episode a little bit short. I know we're going on about 12 to 13 minutes right now, but smash that like button down below. Let me know what you guys think about this episode in the comment section. Let me know if other tips you guys use or other ways you guys, combinations you guys use these settings. And once again, my name is Cannibal Hair, signing off.